Today I'm going to show y'all my 3 favorite bricks that I used to make out of ramen noodles.
Hold down, man. Suitcase this, my cell phone and my charger don't walk with a limp. Get it knocked off or missing, you gon' get it. Next time I see your ass, you gon' leave airlifted.
Everybody, welcome back, man, to KFROG. Y'all hit that like, subscribe button, and make sure you hit the notification bell so you can see it first. Alright? I had a lot of people that liked my last cooking video, so today we're gonna do another one. You know what I'm saying? This is Prison Meals with KFrog. What we're actually whipping up today, I got it all set up and laid out. I'm going to show y'all my 3 favorite bricks that I used to eat when I was incarcerated. Okay, for those that don't know what a brick is, it's when you use soups, chips, and different things, put it together and make it lock up into one. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and get it started. Let me press start on this microwave so this water can get hot, because you're going to need hot water for this. Alright, first thing you want to do is go ahead and break up your ramen. Like I said, I'm going to be making 3 bricks. Alright, this bag busted, which is okay. Alright, there's one there. Like I said, this is what I used to eat on a daily. When I was incarcerated, there's 1,000,001 ways, to make bricks. These are the top 3 of how I used to do it. So I figured I'd just share it with y'all. Alright. Break up this 3rd soup. Alright. So what I have now is my 3 soups I broke up. The first one, I'm going to be using just 3 simple ingredients other than the soup, and that's gonna be, Cheetos, beef and cheese stick, ranch. Alright? The second one is gonna be Flamin' Hot's beef and cheese stick. Cheese squeeze is what we use in there, but I couldn't find the same cheese squeeze, so instead I got a cheese spread. And, believe it or not, but to top it off, equal. This is a #1 thing a lot of people eat on things in prison. It's actually, it's a sweetener, and it actually, spices things up a little bit in a sweeter level, okay? And then for the last one, I'm gonna be doing some sour cream and onion with a beef and cheese stick. It's always good to add those. Pickle, tuna, and mayonnaise. All right, so let's go ahead and chop these beef and cheese sticks up. Alrighty. Like I told y'all in my last video, it's good to clean as you go. I got my scissors. It's the quicker way to, chop these things up. I got the cutting board out today because I'm going to be cutting my pickle. So I just figured I'd use the little cutting board so I can cut everything up on it. Okay, there's one. And when you're incarcerated and you make bricks, everyone uses either a knife they get out of the kitchen or, their ID, to cut, their items up. When you got to cut a beef and cheese stick or you got to cut a pickle up, you don't have knives in there. I mean, now don't get me wrong, where I was at and the time I was locked up, I did have plastic silverware knives. I used to get them from someone, and I used to use them. But, okay, the water's done. But the ID was the #1, cutter. Okay? That's the #1 thing that we used to use to cut our pickles and everything up. Alright, let me go ahead and cut this last one up, then grab this water. And like I said, you could be hungry. You eat a brick, that brick is going to hit the spot. These 3 bricks right here will not let you down. Alright, let me go ahead and get that right there. Hit the stop button on this. Let that cool off for a second. Because yes, you want hot water, but you don't want too hot water. Alright. Crush these Cheetos up. You got to be real careful. Like I just dropped one. You got to be real careful when you make a brick, because you're going to actually use the chip bag and you don't want to put no holes in it. That's your main goal, is to not put holes inside the chip bag, because that's what you're gonna use. Any holes will allow the hot steam to come out and you'll have a leak. You know, you don't want that. All right, crush these up real fine to where they're like a dust. The easiest way for you to actually do this is you bite a little hole in it up here, release the air out of the bag, and you step on them. That's actually the easiest way to, you know, do when you do a brick. So now I'm gonna add my soup to this bag. There's one soup in there. Add this right here, beef and cheese stick. Alrighty, there's one. Let me go ahead and do this one. Like I said, you want to be very careful, because believe it or not, when you push chips against the bag, they do leave holes. They will puncture the bag. Had it happen a million times. I'm not just talking because I got lips. I'm speaking from experience. You could get all the way to the very end and put a hole in the bag, like I just did in this one. See, I put a tiny hole in the bag right there and right here. But no need to worry for that, because now y'all can actually watch it lock up. Hold on one second. Let me go ahead and grab a Ziploc. I'll grab this Ziploc right here, which is even better, because I was planning on showing y'all how it locks up anyways. So I'll just pour these chips in here, like that. Stick this bag over here with this trash. Add the soup. And another thing, you know, you can use the whole seasoning if you want to, but you don't really have to, because, you know, it's flavorful as it is. Let me add these beef and cheese. Like that. A little more. I'll go ahead and add the seasonings. Me, I never used to use a whole season pack, because these seasons actually give people high blood pressure in prison. So I'll put half in this one and half in this one. You know, I've tried it a bunch of times to skip the season pack. It don't taste the same when you don't add seasoning. You know, don't get me wrong, it's still eatable, but it isn't, you know, it ain't, this is actually too small of a bag. So what I'm gonna do is, I'll wait till I add water. All right, let's go ahead and do this last bag right here real quick. Sour cream and onion. This is gonna be the one that I use to put tuna on. That one was easiest to break up because they're just Lay's. Cheetos are always the hardest to break. Add that. The rest of my beef and cheese mixture. All right. And like I said, I remember so many nights being hungry. I don't care how rich you are, how much money you have. There is nights you will go hungry when incarcerated. Don't ask me why, but I'm gonna mix this up like that. Give it a little shaking real quick. Don't ask me why, but that's how it is. You know, you can't always, I don't care. I've had several lockers filled with canteen, and it just, several lockers. All right, let me go ahead and get these waters. Actually, I'll go ahead and I'll cut this pickle up real quick. You don't want the water cold at all. You want it hot, but you know, too hot isn't good either. I'm gonna use this right here to cut this on up real good. This is actual good big pickle. People don't know, you know, it takes time whether you use a knife or what. But them scissors get that job done, boy. Now, mistake me if I'm wrong. Look how quick that just was. Seen that? Look how quick them scissors get that job done. So, now that I'm on the streets, shit, I ain't gonna use no, I'll just cut it a little smaller. I'm not gonna use no knife. I mean, you can, whatever floats your boat, but you wanna get the job done quicker, you use, oh, missed that one. You use scissors. I'm talking about people will be in prison, man, and they'll sit there and they'll spend hours cutting a pickle up because they dice it up so small, and the smaller the better, of course, but to me it don't really matter. I like pickle, so I like when it's got that pickly flavor. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'll just add that much. You can add as much pickle as you really would want. Me personally, I like a lot of pickle, so that's what I added. All right, let me go ahead and get this water. All righty, I'm gonna add the water to this first one. Feel around, mix it around. And this is exactly what you call a brick. Mix it around so that way everything gets all good and wet. All right. You're gonna want it to where it's nice and wet. You're not gonna want it to where it's over drenched or soaked or laying there floating. But you do want it to where everything gets wet, because that's how it's gonna, lock up into a brick. That's how it is. I'll add a little more, like that. Good old hot water. Just a dab more. I can tell and I can feel it. All right, there we go. Now that I have this good mixed up, it's all on what size you want the brick. I'm gonna make it probably like, I'll do it like this. Fold this bag up real good. I'll do it like that. Flatten it out a little bit. And then just set it over here to the side and add the water to the next one. As I add the water, that one will be cooking. All right, here we have the Cheeto one. The Flamin' Hot one was actually, my favorite one that I used to eat more than any of them. All right, so, you just add your water. When these things are finished, you're gonna look at them and be like, damn, I gotta try that. And y'all stay tuned because I got plenty of more things I'm gonna be putting together. A lot of people really like my Sprite and gummy bears. I know that right there is a hit. I used to get that shit all the time. I couldn't help it. It was like one of them things to where like, it was mandatory. People would see me drinking that and they'd be like, oh, there Frog go trying to stunt, trying to flex. Because it was $1 for a Sprite and $3 for the gummy bears. So that was a $4 drink right there while I was incarcerated. All right, now that I made that like that, I'm gonna go ahead and flatten this out a little bit like that. Boom. Stick this right here on the under this cutting board because you want something to hold the edges down of the package so no water gets out the end of the wrapper. Usually use your ID clip, or there's a bunch of ways. Now for this one here, I'm gonna go ahead and try to risk it. Let me get the other water out of the microwave. I'm gonna go ahead and try to risk it inside this bag. Add that water to it like that. It's kind of hard to stir, but now I can come closer to the camera and show you what the water is actually doing. The water's actually breaking it down. Okay, now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna close this bag and I'm gonna go like that. And look at it. Look how it's locking up. It's turning into muck. And like I said, this was my favorite one right here. Most common one that I ate was this one. Now, these ain't the only 3 ways. Like I said, to make bricks, there's 1,000,001 ways you can make a brick. But I'm showing y'all the top 3 ways that I used to eat it all the time. You know? Alrighty. Let me add just a dab more water. Just a little bit more. You want it to where the whole thing is wet. Because when it locks up, boy, I tell you what, some good eating right here, boy. All right. Flatten that one like that. Look at that. All right, and I'll stick this one over here to the side. I can't really put it up under the thing because, yeah, I can. Boom. All right, now while that's cooking like that, I'm gonna go ahead and get my tuna ready. Tuna's $2.50. $2.50 when you're incarcerated for tuna. A little pouch of Smart Catch. No, it's not Smart Catch. This is Star Kiss. The ones that they have in prison are down here in Florida are called Fresh Catch. Okay, I'm gonna add my mayonnaise. Oh, whip it up in here. Of course, that ain't the mayonnaise we have in there either. We have the little packages. But, you know, that's the mayo I eat now on the streets. All right, got this tuna good and ready. All righty, the tuna is ready, y'all. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and cut up the rest of these pickles because I'm gonna top my tuna brick with some more pickles. Even though it's got a lot, but I'm gonna just go ahead and put these pickles to use. People get Powerade bottles where you're at incarcerated, or, you know, before we even had Powerade on the canteen in there. Water bottles, because you could buy waters out of the canteen. Any type of bottle. And they actually dice their pickles up, put them in there. Alrighty. So there's that. Put this to the side. I like to clean as I go. And okay, now I believe this first brick is actually locked up and probably ready to go ahead and top. So I'm gonna go ahead and open this. All right. So y'all can see how it looks locked up. Show y'all that it is a brick. Get my camera and show y'all what it looks like. All right, so I decided to open them all up to show you what they look like. Okay, we have the one with the pickle and the sour cream and onion chips, beef and cheese stick, that's gonna be topped with tuna. Then we got the regular Cheetos with the beef and cheese stick also. And then right here we have the good old flaming hot one. All right, now let's top these bad boys. All right, so I guess I'm gonna go ahead and start with this tuna one. You know, go ahead and throw this slab of tuna on the top like that and spread them all around. As you see, they do look pretty. And this right here is a meal for champions. What I mean by that is, it is going to fill you up. All right. Go ahead and drop some of these on there. Make it look a little prettier. And another thing that you can actually eat with this is Cuban crackers. You get you some Cuban crackers. Put them all on top of it. All right. So now I'm going to go ahead and do this one right over here. I'll do the Cheeto one first. That one I used to eat just ranch on it. So I put a little pile of ranch on it like that. You know, spreading it all over. They used to sell little cups of ranch. Alrighty. Now, for this one here, I'm going to actually put mayo on half. Because mayonnaise is what I used a lot. As well as, you know, mayonnaise is one of them things you always have in there. So, you're 9 times out of 10 going to end up eating a brick with mayonnaise on it eventually. That's going to be one of the only things you have in there at one point. And then I'm going to throw this cheese on here. Alrighty. Like I said, we use cheese squeeze. But, and then I can't forget for the flaming hot one, you sprinkle your equal all on there. Good old sugary flavor. And there you have it, guys. Check this out. All right, there it is. The 3 famous bricks that I used to eat. All right. You think I'm going to sit here and cook all this without trying them? Shit. Even though I'm on a diet and I've been eating good lately, ain't nothing wrong with taking a couple tests. You feel me? So, first things first, we're going to do the tuna with the pickles in it. Fire. That one needs 2 taste tests. 2 of them. Don't knock it till you try it. Alright. Let me move this big old 1/4 pounder over here. Eat one of this right here is the regular Cheeto with the ranch. Definitely can't go wrong with that. That's the quick, easy fixer-upper right there. That's when the only thing you have is a chip and a soup. You can make that even without the beef and cheese stick. Or the ranch. And now for the main thing. I'm going to eat a piece of the, with the mayonnaise on it. Big boy bite. Good old sweet explosion. The mayonnaise and the equal make it to where the flaming hots are warm but not hot. Now we're going to go ahead and get a good old bite with the cheese in it. Well, y'all, that's it for this video. I just showed y'all the 3 main bricks that I used to make while I was incarcerated. I'm going to say it like I say in all my videos. Don't knock it till you try it. It ain't nothing for y'all to go back and video and break down. You could be making this tonight. I promise you, you will not be let down. Y'all tune in. You know I'm going to be doing more cooking videos in the future. I got a lot of tricks up my sleeve. And I appreciate the time y'all took to watch this video, man. You already know, man, it's Kfrogtv, man. Fuck with it.